That's right, I'm back. What's going on, YouTube? I want to welcome you to my very fancy Hiker Trash YouTube studio. After my last video, several of you asked me to make a gear video, basically talking about what gear worked for me and didn't work for me on my Appalachian Trail hike. And so yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to start a little series. Instead of making one big long video covering all of the equipment that I used, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break it down into much more bite-sized videos. So what we'll do is I'm going to try to keep the videos down to about 2 minutes long as far as the conversation about the actual gear. And I'll just tell you what I like, what I didn't like, if it worked for me or if it didn't. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a gear review. And I'm certainly not trying to dump on any of these products. Only purpose of this is just to share with you my experience. I don't recommend any of this gear. This is just gear that I chose from my through hike attempt and the gear that I used, and just sharing with you my experience with that gear. So with that being said, again, try the gear out for yourself, experiment, read reviews, do your research. Gear is extremely subjective. It's going to depend on your hiking style. It's going to depend on what trail you're hiking. It's going to depend on what time of year you're going. There's just so many variables, so I don't want to recommend anything. This is just strictly to share with you my experience, and if you can get some value out of that, then great. So instead of me trying to talk about all of the gear that I used, let's go ahead and shrink this down. I'm just going to try to cover one piece of gear in each of these videos, and I'm going to try to compress that gear talk time down to about 2 minutes. So we'll call it a 2-minute gear talk, I guess. That sounds good. I don't know, I haven't got a catchy title yet or anything. In order to keep me quiet and to keep this thing short and sweet, let's go ahead and put a stop clock right here, and let's get after it. All right, to kick this little series off, first thing we'll talk about is water filtration system. I used the Katadyn BeFree while I was out there on the trail. I've used this particular filter style for the last probably 2 years in all my training hikes, day hikes, and things like that, short little overnighters. Absolutely love the Katadyn BeFree. You're not going to find a faster water flow in a water filter than you will with this. Love it. However, these have failed on me in the past, and when I flipped back to Harper's Ferry this last time, one of these failed on me. I took a backup just in case for some reason my gut told me to. After my first day, I hiked 13 miles in, extremely hot, extremely tired. I had to hike a half a mile down a very steep hill just to get to the water, only to get down there to find that my filter was not working at all. Thank God I had a backup, otherwise I'd be in a very dark place. So going forward, I'm going to be going back to my Sawyer and my Platypus, one of the two. They're pretty much interchangeable to me. The Platypus is a little bit nicer form factor, plus it's got the bottom cap that you can seal off if you're going to sleep with this at night to keep it from freezing. There's also a integrity check that you can get on their website and learn how to do that. It could tell you if your little fiber membranes inside are still functioning as they should. And then, of course, the old tried and true Sawyer. This is the full size, not the mini, not the micro. And I like this also because I can set it up as a gravity feed system with the little blue coupling, where I can hang it from a tree. I can drain the CNOC bag, the 2-liter bag, out, and just have it drain right into my bag. And then also, everybody knows you just screw these right on top of your smart water bottle. You can drink directly from it, or whatever. So this is what I'm going back to, just strictly because of the reliability. And that was 2 minutes. Wow, that went by quick. So anyway, that's it for this one. Tune in next time. I'll talk about my tent system. I took 2 of them out there on the trail. I'll let you know my thoughts on each, and we'll cover them both. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.